Welcome to the Howell Business Beat. Today on the Howell Business Beat, we're joined by my fellow chamber colleagues in the Livingston County Chamber Alliance to talk about our efforts in collaboration and the power of working together. So thank you so much for joining me, Karen and Lynn. Do you guys want to take a minute to just introduce yourselves?
My name is Lynn Wheaton. I am the Executive Director at the Hartland Area Chamber of Commerce and a very proud member of our Chamber Alliance.
Awesome. And Karen?
I'm Karen Storey, and I am the President of the Greater Brighton Area Chamber of Commerce.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in to check out the podcast space and for partnering in a lot of different initiatives that we're going to chat about today and just have a little bit of discussion on what the Alliance is, but also some of the programming that we have coming up, because I think there's some really exciting things in the pipeline. I don't know. Where do you guys want to start?
Well, let's start with our upcoming morning mixer, because that is a fan favorite in the Alliance, right?
It is.
I'm super excited about that. It's going to be at Brighton Ford on May 15th.
Mm-hmm. Yes, May 15th.
It is May 15th, right? I'm losing track of all my days.
Regardless, we'll put the link in the show notes. There we go.
Okay. So, from 8 to 9:30. And, when I got to go to the first one at Beauchamp's in my new role, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. The collaboration that was going on, with all of our members across the county. But I know John Cuter, I don't know if you guys heard this, but John Cuter on Monday officially is the only owner of Brighton Ford.
Yes.
And he is so excited, but really proud of him, as we all are.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. I did hear about that too. It was so exciting.
It is.
And a huge community partner.
Absolutely.
Right? The support that they provide throughout all of our communities is substantial and so important to everything that we do.
So what a great way to celebrate with the community as we all come together and have this mixer on May 15th.
I know, right? And I just love that when we think about these mixers, that it's, all those three businesses are plugged into all three chambers, right?
Yes.
Just all in.
Yes.
Yep.
Totally committed to our community and really a great example of what our Chamber Alliance is.
Absolutely. So looking forward to that. It is a fan favorite, as Emmeline said. I know that they always do some amazing things for us when we're there. Lauren and John are the most gracious hosts.
They are.
So I hope you guys can join us. So these mixers that we host, I think one of the things that we wanted to talk about today is just like, what are they? When are they? And kind of how we've gone about collaboration in this process. So I know typically Brighton, you guys host, organize our spring mixer.
Yeah.
We do the summer, kind of like the summer, tail end of summer mixer. So we will be back at Beauchamp this year.
Oh, boy. I bet
yeah.
Sandy's excited.
Always.
Another amazing host.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Oh my gosh. The hostess with the mostest. It's that.
Yes.
Is it the Italian piece, right?
Right.
Yes.
The food is always
the
spot
food
on.
family. Yes.
Exactly.
I hope you're listening, Sandy.
We love you.
And then, of course, we wrap up the year at La Fontaine in October. So we get to go to their Highland store, the Cadillac signature store. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And you always get a tour of all the new Cadillacs, right?
And it's so fun.
So fun.
Especially for us. I mean, I know that we love to shop in the boutique. So.
Yes, there's always options to shop at the boutique. They have an awesome breakfast and just amazing networking.
Yeah, so all gracious hosts, but what a fun way that we've been able to really collaborate and together, but also really showcase different businesses within each one of our areas. And just like you were saying, Karen, all members of all of our organizations and wonderful community partners.
Absolutely.
So some other things. What else are we looking at, you guys? I know we can anticipate economic forecast, right?
Economic forecast coming up that first week of December.
Same place?
So same place, same time.
Oh.
A beautiful breakfast spread from Walden Woods, which is the best possible breakfast you could probably ever have. It's so good out there. You get to walk up, smell the fire burning.
It's right before Christmas.
I was going
Right
to say,
before
isn't it
Christmas.
decorated for the holidays?
It's decorated for the holidays. Anne and the whole staff there puts on an amazing spread for us. And then, of course, we have the forecasters coming in to give us that update to look into 2027.
Love it.
All good things, right?
Crystal ball.
Yep.
Here we go.
Well, I know we have coming up soon too with Leadership Livingston is graduation, right? It's a big deal.
Yes. So Leadership Livingston just this past Tuesday went to County Services Day. So that was EMT, 911, Let's Transportation. And then, of course, we do the jail tour, which is an amazing experience. I think very impactful for our leaders, right? This is kind of a snapshot into a view of the county that you don't get to see very often because we take all those services for granted, right? Mm-hmm. And like they say, they rather be used but not seen, right? So very, very much behind the scenes with a lot of the stuff that they do. But as leaders, such an important thing to get a sneak peek into and to see how all of those things work in our county and what really makes our county run.
Love it.
Yeah, that's how did everything go?
It was really good. So, of course, 911 services getting a huge upgrade. The Secretary for the Department of Agriculture had just came in the day before to talk about the grant that they got to upgrade all of their services, which makes a huge difference in our county and to response times.
Absolutely.
So impressive.
Very needed.
Yes, very, very needed.
That's exciting. I know last year when we did the County Services Day, I was just blown away with what these departments do and with the resources that they have and just how they're really able to maximize. I mean, I was just blown away. They run so effectively and efficiently.
They really, really maximize their resources,
they do.
Right? And they take such good care of our county. We were talking about the new EMT stations that have opened and decreasing those response times to our community. So I think they said the national average is like an 8-minute response time, and we're running just below that.
Wow.
So that's really, really good for our community and for our community members from a safety perspective. And of course, Let's Transportation, talk about doing a lot with a little. Those guys really, really do a lot to service our community.
They do.
And really maximize the resources that they have. So
which are all of our Leadership Livingston participants get to experience. If you haven't ridden on Let's, we take Let's to the Capitol when we do Capitol Day. So it's all about that experience, right? And really, right. Speaking of, you guys also do a jail tour experience on County Services Day. So how did that go this year?
So everybody gets to have lunch at the jail. And experience that.
What did you have for lunch?
It was hot dog day.
Oh.
So
yum.
I think we all decided that the little jail cookies were the best. They have like a little packet of cookies. That was a highlight. A highlight in that lunch. Sheriff Mike Murphy was there to talk to us about all the different things that the sheriff department takes care of. They have a pretty large umbrella. And a lot of collaboration there as well, right, to make our county work really well with our other police departments. So jail tour, always impressive to see how that works and how that functions. Our sheriff's deputies are pretty incredible and do a really great job. And then, of course, we got to experience the simulator as well. So they have a new simulator. It's the virtual reality headset now. So you get to like step into that scenario.
Did you do it?
I did not, but almost all the participants get to take part in that, right? So you get to do a virtual range. So you get to shoot on a range, right, to kind of warm you up, and then you get to step into a scenario as well.
Wow.
How did they do?
They did really good.
This is like the opportunity to really see like that fight or flight response, right?
Right. And they appreciate, I think everybody's reaction to that was the appreciation for what our sheriff's deputies have to do on a day-to-day basis and all of those decisions that they have to make.
Split second decision making is unbelievable.
Yes. And from a leadership perspective, I mean, that's something that you have to do all the time. So a lot of parallels there. And really, really great to talk through a lot of those things with the deputies. So a good experience overall.
Okay, I got to ask, did you meet their 4-legged friend, Teddy?
We did meet Teddy.
Aww.
We did meet Teddy.
Yay.
Teddy is doing an awesome job over there right here.
Awesome.
Yeah. So they're able to take Teddy out into the community.
Yeah.
And he's a great bridge, right, between
Yeah.
the sheriff's deputies and the community, right? That warm, welcoming feeling.
Yeah.
And he's doing great work over there.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know, but I run a nonprofit. And we donated that dog. So it just, Teddy was probably one of our most special dogs.
And he's doing good work over there.
Yeah, he's still
so
a baby
sweet.
though. He's still a pup.
How old is he?
A year and a half.
Oh, he is still a pup.
He still is, right?
sweet.
But
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I love that. Full circle.
Yeah. So really interesting to see all of that, experience some of those different scenarios that they go through and the equipment that they use to do all of that. And, a lot of the resources that we have. So very, very interesting and impactful.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a great day. This program has been really fun and I think really rewarding, and just the capacity that we were able to take away a lot, as are the participants. One of the days that we have is the Capitol Day that I mentioned, and that is just such an eye-opening experience. And I think what was really cool is when we went to the Capitol, we went to Lansing, is we take a tour of the Capitol building. We got to see a Senate session, I believe, and then we got to have lunch with our local legislators. So see what work they do, where they're at, and really ask questions around this and gain
that one-on-one time is something that, generally you don't get to experience with a legislator, right?
It's so
and to
valuable.
see them, doing the work that actually impacts our county.
Absolutely. And just being able to have that dialogue. So it is really cool. But one of the things that I hear a lot from people that go to that, they're like, oh, wow, I remember doing this when I was in
third grade.
Third grade. There you go. I was like, what grade is
The
it?
educator at third grade.
Laying on the floor, looking up at the rotunda ceiling, right?
I just went with my son last week. So we
how cool.
did exactly that. We were laying on the floor.
looking up, right? Seeing all the
Unless you have kids, you don't really get to experience that as an adult.
Incredible.
And it is so just really eye-opening, and it's just a really great experience that you can really appreciate from a historical perspective as an adult. So I heard that a lot from our Leadership Livingston class this year, and it's a really cool thing to be a part of. So it was a good day. And I know that you had the pleasure of planning Nonprofit Day, which I heard some really good stuff on that too.
Yeah, it was good. We had, I think we had 8 or 9 nonprofits from, obviously representing the county, and more of a workshop model. We got into groups and really, like for example, Gleaners, they gave a scenario. Okay, you have, $15 and you have to feed a family of 6. What are you going to do? And you have to keep in mind that it has to be healthy, and right, you have children and you have adults. So it was interesting, from our leaders here with our Leadership Livingston group, that they had to come up with, okay, how do we solve this problem, right? Mm-hmm. So really looking at in the lens of, these are the challenges we face every day as a nonprofit. How can our local businesses be incorporated and working together to better the nonprofit? So it was nice because I felt like, let's really look at, partnerships with this. Mm-hmm. And I know the nonprofits enjoyed it. And
I think that's the best part of Leadership Livingston, right? It's this balance between having those experiences that you typically wouldn't get, right? Mm-hmm. And then having that discourse and that interaction with your fellow cohort, right? That you get to learn and really have those discussions and those deep conversations about, taking leadership roles, stepping into, those spaces that need that extra help. I think that's the great balance of Leadership Livingston.
That's what I think really it was designed for. So, when we started talking about this program, we acknowledged this leadership gap and the leadership gap that exists from kind of that soft skills perspective, or those durable skills, and what that looks like and how that connects to like civil service and your community. And so really taking those two things and blending them together. So we're equipping individuals with those leadership skills, but then also, helping them become engaged in like some of the real issues or opportunities that this county is facing, and giving them those real-time examples and real-life examples of like, wow, I have the skill and this is where, I could be this or I could participate on this board. It was really, I think, exciting to me when I found out one of our Leadership Livingston grads from our first cohort had an opportunity to serve on the Salvation Army board. So he's serving in that capacity now. And then we had another Leadership Livingston graduate from last year, and his story was wildly impactful. It was just that he completely ended up taking another class. Like our class encouraged him to take another class to get a skill to move into a completely different career path. And by the time he graduated, he ended up in a new role.
Wow.
And it was just an amazing story to hear and really, quite frankly, none of us had any idea until he shared this with us at graduation. And it was just like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing.
It was incredible to hear his story, right? And the path and sort of that recognizing some of those skills he didn't even really realize that he had or were a strong suit for him. And then being able to capitalize on that and realize that, I can take a hold of this and really do something with this and step into a leadership role that I never would have thought for myself.
Yeah.
And that was one thing with the nonprofit day that I wanted our leaders to leave with is we challenge you to go back to your business and get plugged into one of these nonprofits, right? So hopefully those partnerships continue. And obviously they have with Will being on the Salvation Army board with me. And, that's what we want. And it works.
It's so cool. I just love that. And I think too, making it goes both ways. So like now we've invited those nonprofits to the table and now they know that they can reach out to us and we can sit there and share this with our alumni and share that just so you know, this nonprofit is recruiting for board seats. And then they already have this knowledge, this relationship, this awareness and experience that they can tie back to that. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. So it's so
it's
fun.
Developing leaders that are truly ready to step into that role and make an impact.
Absolutely.
Right?
And in their community, but also that translates into the workplace too. And I think equipping them with some skills, whether they realize or not that they're there and just understanding and giving them the confidence to leverage those in the workplace as well.
Yes. Tap into those talents and really make the best possible impact with them.
Absolutely. So it's so exciting. So we have graduation coming up on May 12th.
Yes.
Where our leaders will be presenting kind of their biggest takeaways and what they plan to do with it.
Right. So TED Talk style, right? Yes. They're supposed to present their biggest takeaway, what impact it had with them, and everybody else gets to listen in on that and really experience that. So that's another great wrap up to the entire session that really brings it all home and gets everybody excited for that next step.
Well, I'm excited because I have not attended graduation, obviously, in my new role. So I'm excited to see, now I get to see the end product. So,
well, and you're a judge too. So,
oh boy,
just FYI.
Oh well, thanks, ladies.
Be prepared to
thanks, girls.
We have a rubric for it. Don't you worry. We are prepared.
We're preparing you now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I love it.
It's the best part of doing Leadership Livingston is this
it's rewarding
bit at the end, right?
It is.
So
that means
at Howell Opera House, we have a keynote speaker, right, to wrap up graduation, to help really bring all those points home for everybody and send them back out into the world excited to do the next big thing.
Yes.
And we'll start a new group here, right?
Yes. So applications are open. So this is an application process for Leadership Livingston. I believe applications are available on all of our websites. Maybe. But we'll drop it in the show notes. How about that?
Yeah. Maybe.
All
right.
will be.
They've been in the newsletters. I just don't know that it's on our website yet.
Okay. So check our newsletters, make sure that you're tuned into all of that. And then of course we'll drop the application link into the show notes because we want everybody to go through this program and it's just very rewarding. I mean, I don't know what you guys want to add. I'm sure you got some thoughts on this.
I think the impact that it can have on not just your career, but your thoughts and feelings around the county are so important, right?
Yeah.
And I think that really is the big change maker in all of this.
And the relationships that are, are going to stick for life, right?
That is key.
The network you develop here is lifelong.
It was great. I was talking to one of our Leadership Livingston attendees, and she was just telling me that she met somebody in the cohort and it's like they're like
Best friends.
Yeah, like they have so much in common and they had no like they're living twin lives and
And they never would have had that
Right.
crossover, right? Unless they had taken that step and taken on the challenge of doing Leadership Livingston.
So it's really building those real relationships that
Absolutely.
are, just deeper than that surface level. So
And even with our alumni
yes.
events, right?
yeah.
Bringing people in that had experienced Leadership Livingston, say 20 years ago, and still talking about those connections that they made, having that impact, right? In their
And why
career.
they got involved, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll have an alumni night coming up this summer. We've got applications open. They'll be open. First round will close in July, but we will take late applications and then we'll do another review and round as it gets closer because we launch in the fall. And it is once a month for, I don't know, is it 8, 9 months?
We have 9 sessions, right? So we're October through May.
May. Yep.
Am I doing the right math there?
I think I so. I would literally have to go through and count on my fingers.
Right. So you get to walk away with a CTA certification as well. So certified tourism
go.
ambassador. Get to talk a lot about, some of those natural resources available, the Parks Rec, all that good stuff that's available here in Livingston County, on top of workforce and nonprofit
Education.
Different person, I don't know, I want to say person, but different assessments as we look at
Right.
strengths and different things. So those are, built into the program, layered in some capacity so we can understand ourselves a little bit better.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
So, well, we would encourage everybody to apply. If you're interested in talking more about the program, please reach out to any of us.
Yes.
and
We're
just-
happy to answer any questions or give you some guidance, with the application anytime.
Yeah. All right. So excited things happening with Leadership Livingston. I don't know. Did we cover everything?
I think so.
Economic
I think we got
forecast,
it.
mixers, Leadership Livingston. It's already been a great year, but it's going to keep on going.
Yeah.
I know. And Livingston County is booming. So get tuned in, right?
Absolutely. Well, thank you, ladies, for
Thank
joining me.
you.
I appreciate your partnership and collaboration. And you guys can catch us next time on the Howell Business Beat.